Hi, I'm Laurel, and I want to talk to you tonight about just talking about death and dying. It never ceases to amaze me that after 15 years, that when I meet someone and I tell them that I'm a widow, that I had been widowed at the age of 27, one of two things happens. And these same two things happen when I tell people that I'm a hospice nurse. Either the person steps forward and shares a story or a loss or something that helps us relate to one another about the topic, or they shut down, they turn around, they walk away, they change the subject immediately, and there's not much space in between. So after 15 years, being widowed for 15 years and being in the hospice profession for the last decade, I'm quite entertained by this, and certainly as people do lean into the conversation, I'm right there with them, and as people do walk away because they're not ready to talk about it or don't want to talk about it, I simply wish them well and understand that people come to this topic when it's perfectly timed for them. But I wanted to talk to you tonight about the opportunities to talk about death and dying, and to let you know that I do understand that it can be very challenging for various reasons, and whether it's you that's going through something or somebody you love that's going through something, talking about death and dying can be very scary, and there can be fear, there can be tension, there can be tightness, there can be confusion, there can be shame and regret, there can be doubt. All of these negative qualities may be present, and yet the need to discuss something is present also. So the challenge then becomes, how do you move forward courageously through awkward and uncomfortable and challenging conversation to get to that place of connectivity that you want to reach with the person that you want to talk to. So I just want to offer some tips to step into these conversations and to encourage you to keep trying, regardless at what level you are of communicating with yourself and with the person you want to talk to about death and dying. But first and foremost, to take responsibility for your own feelings and to feel your feelings. That's not to say that you're going to gush your feelings all over the person you're talking to, but to allow them to come up and not to hide them, not to run away from them. Breathing through them can be very helpful. Using I language is also a very good strategy. That helps with taking responsibility and accountability for what you're sharing when you use statements such as, I feel like this, or I've been thinking about that, instead of making it a you statement and projecting something out into the world when it's really yours to claim. I also want to say that making the time and the space, setting an intention for the conversation can be quite helpful. And to just keep trying, regardless of how bumpy or clumsy it might feel initially, that it's well worth the effort. And if you need any other additional support, don't hesitate to ask. I've put a few more tips below the video that you can check into. And just go for it and know that it's so well worth it. As I mentioned, I have never, ever regretted having any conversation about death and dying in the thousands of conversations that I've had. And they always leave me feeling open, connected, expansive, and very intimate with the person that I've been talking to. Good luck to you, bless you, and you can find me at laurellewis.com.